Hey guys, so I'm at the Lynn Canyon Suspension Bridge, about 20 minutes from downtown Vancouver, and I went swimming right above this waterfall here, like right there. I couldn't make it any further, otherwise I would have fell in, but I did go swimming right there. Oh, let me see. Yeah, right there. So on the bridge right now, and I'm all wet. I went in with my clothes because I was actually sweating when I got down there, and I'm still sweating because I had to hike back up. But you know, these bridges are scarier than going down there because they shake. So I'll go to the top of the bridge. Like every step someone makes, it just shakes. So yeah, I'll go to the top and show you how big it is. So this bridge is actually free, and there's a cute little cafe at the top there. So yeah, this would be the size of the bridge. So I'm right at the tip here, and then there we go. I don't know if the Capilano Suspension Bridge is bigger than this, but you do have to pay for the Capilano Suspension Bridge. So like if I take a step, they'll feel it down there and it'll just wobble. And I wanted to show you this part. So you see the very little waterfall right there? See, it goes all the way down. So from the top to the bottom. And yeah, this is a good activity to do when you're like in the city, and Capilano's really close. So this is in North Vancouver. Capilano's really close, and the vegetation here is really nice. Like there are a lot of ferns, and I'll show you guys some of the vegetation on my way back to the cafe, to the parking lot. So always hold on because I am afraid of heights. Like being down there was fine, but then being up here is like, whoa. So I'll show you guys this side. And I don't think anybody can go down in this part. I didn't see anybody there. But basically you just take the stairs down on this side. Woo! Oh! You take the stairs down and it'll bring you down, and then you have to like cross. Who's doing that? Who's doing that? Is it somebody from underneath? I don't know. It's so weird. Oh. I didn't see you guys bounce and stuff, so. Oh. So this is the other side. Woo!
¿Una foto, Meli?
Woo! Everybody's saying wow. Climbing back up. Whoa, it's steep. Woo! That? Yeah, I went down. Yeah, really fresh. But not in the second hole, the upper hole. Yeah. The parking lot's up here, yeah. Okay.
I'll be there.
You too. So I was speaking with one of my friends yesterday. So she's Korean, but she grew up in China, in a mid-sized town in China, or mid-sized city, she said, yeah. And of course, like I shared the videos of you know, all the people protesting because their bank accounts were frozen. So they're really trying to target the rich and the middle class to impoverish them, right? And she's like that her family is in lockdown. The entire city is in lockdown. So when we say lockdown, it's not our type of lockdown. It's Chinese type of lockdown. So all the restaurants are closed. All the grocery stores are closed. You're not allowed to leave your door. So like they'll seal your door. You used to be able to leave your apartment, like open the door and leave your apartment. And now they sealed the doors so you can't leave. And like she said that some people, I said, what are people doing for food if their bank accounts are frozen, right? So apparently some people are asking, this is the cute little cafe. So some people are asking their neighbors through the balcony for food if they don't have any. So not everyone's bank accounts are frozen. She's like, they're really targeting some people. So rich, middle class, and they're basically getting told that, oh, we'll give you $10,000 US in return. Whereas even if they had millions in the account, they're only getting 10,000. So it's like they want everybody to have the same income. And then I said, well, what are people doing for food if the restaurants are closed? They can't even order out or anything? She said, no. She said they have to buy food from the government, and the government's controlling the price. So even if the food's expensive, well, too bad, right? Like that's all you get. That's all you have access to. So I'm gonna walk around the other side. So that's all you have access to. And yeah, like put my hat on. My hat got wet. And then I said, well, so they're protesting, they're being arrested, some are being killed, some are dying in their apartments because they don't have food, or they're dying because they don't even have money to buy food. And then I said, aren't people rebelling? Like, what about knives, right? And so she was saying that the towns that are still not in lockdown, that I said, well, they go to restaurants and they attach the knife with like a metal thing, and you could only use it at that station. Like that, it would be like the cutting station. You can only use it at that station. And so you can't take the knife, right? Because they know like people would rebel somehow, right? Here's the memorial. So the Lynn Canyon Cafe. They have like espresso and stuff, muffins, cake. And so yeah, so they're targeting like certain part of the population. They're also targeting the people that are rebelling, right? People that are protesting. And or if you have a bad social credit score, they'll freeze your bank account, right? You'll be the first, right? So that's what they're doing in China right now. And show you guys the other side. I think there's a woodpecker. I hear it, but I don't see it. Oh, I saw the wood coming out from there. That one. I'll go on the other side. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Zoom in. You see it? Let me go down. I don't want to scare it too much. There you go. Woody Woodpecker. So apparently they knock on wood like that because they want to attract the opposite sex. So the banging noise, boom, 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 is supposed to attract the opposite sex and show like power and strength and all of that. So yeah, because I wondered why they would do that, right? Like, what's the point? What are you doing right now? What are you doing? Like, what's the point? And well, yeah, that's the point. Because they're not, what are they solving, right? What problem are they solving? What are they doing? They're just pecking wood. Look, they just pecked everything. And I mean, unless it's to sharpen their beak, but it's not. It's to attract the opposite sex. But I don't see any other woodpecker around here. So whenever you hear a knocking noise like that, you'll know it's a woodpecker. She said like they're sealing the doors, their apartment doors, and like there are a lot of apartment buildings, and they'll have the military will be controlling the apartment buildings now. So there used to be like janitor type services, right? They used to control the apartment buildings, but now it's the military that took over. So they're really controlling who goes in, who goes out, and now you're not even allowed to go out, right? So, and then let's say they're all like groups of apartment buildings all together, and they'll have like military vehicles around those 5 buildings. So let's say like one military vehicle or a few people will control all of those apartment buildings because they're all clustered in, right? Still going. It's kind of steep here, so I don't think I want to go further, because next thing you know, I'll be rolling down that hill. You see? Yeah. A pretty little woodpecker. So, well, no, we know it's a male. So, yeah, like, I don't know, China's ahead of us. It seems like even through the pandemic, they were always the first to suffer, right? To suffer the consequences. And I don't know if it's coming here, but I don't know. The economy will suffer and is suffering right now too, because if people don't have money, like there are a lot of like rich Chinese people that are investors and they own businesses and they buy things overseas, but if their accounts are frozen, how can they do that, right? And then who suffers, right? It just creates suffering around the world. And like a lot of Caribbean countries, a lot of the shops are owned by Chinese people, like Belize, Jamaica. Yeah, those were the 2 that really stuck out to me. Mexico, not at all, but Saint Martin, a lot of Indians own the jewelry shops there. Oh, there's another animal. Oh, it bounced. It was right there. So, I mean, they're just taking over. Guys, so I'll see you on the next adventure. Talk to you soon.